Weapons in Minecraft are some of the most talked about features in new updates. The mace and the axe are good examples of the sheer popularity of Minecraft's weapons. However, there is one weapon that doesn't seem to be on the stage, a weapon whose use and even existence has seemingly been forgotten, the Trident. Added in the 1.13 Aquatic update, one of the best updates Minecraft has ever had, became the ocean's own unique weapon with an entirely new set of enchantments, uses, and a new playstyle. The Trident was destined to be Minecraft's aquatic weapon, so what happened to it? Why was the Trident, which had such high potential, be thrown into Minecraft's dustbin of barely used feature? That's what I intend to find out in today's video. Before we look at the Trident's flaws, let's first get a brief overview of the Trident. The Trident itself is very rare and can only be obtained by either killing a drown with a Trident or getting one from a vault in a trial chamber. Tridents can both do melee attacks and a ranged attack. Both of these deals 4.5 hearts of damage, but that's just scratching the surface. The juicy stuff is the 4 unique enchantments the Trident has: Loyalty, Channeling, Riptide, and Impaling. These are vital to the Trident's use in combat, so let's also cover them. Loyalty makes the thrown Trident return after landing. This makes it reusable and has 3 levels, each level making the return time fast. Channeling makes the Trident inflict a bolt of lightning when it lands, only during a thunderstorm. These are pretty boring enchantments though, and if the Trident just had these 2, it would be severely underpowered. Luckily, Mojang also added 2 more enchantments, which really spice up the Trident's capabilities and make it an upgradable weapon. Riptide fundamentally changes the Trident's use when applied. When the player is wet, either in rain or in water, when used, the Trident will throw the player in the direction of the cursor. Riptide has 3 levels, and each level of Riptide significantly adds to the number of blocks it throws the player, each by 6 blocks up to 21 blocks. When using Riptide while the player is gliding with an elytra, the movement speed of the player can be significantly faster, up to a top speed of 125 meters per second, compared to the 33.5 meters a second of Firework Rocket. However, the cost is that Riptide is incompatible with Loyalty and Channeling. Impaling is another major enchantment to the Trident. Impaling only adds more damage to aquatic mobs for Java Edition. However, in Bedrock Edition, Impaling does more damage to any mob in water or rain. Impaling has 5 levels, each level adding a heart and a half of damage. At Impaling 5, the Trident's melee damage is 11 hearts, and its range damage is 10 hearts. Now that we've gotten a good idea of what the Trident is and what it does, now let's talk about some of its flaws. One of the most important flaws about the Trident is the lack of parity for the Trident. As stated previously, Impaling works very differently on Bedrock than Java. Since a wider selection of mobs can be infected by Impaling, especially compared to Java, where even the drown is encountered, this makes Impaling enchantment a lot more useful on Bedrock. But that's not even it. Drowns at Bedrock have about a 9% higher chance to wield the Trident, and therefore are easier to get. Parity issues are annoying, however the Trident gets even worse from here. Trident is also an unnecessarily rare item to obtain, even on Bedrock Edition. The Trident is a minuscule 8.5% chance to drop from a Trident drown, which even in Bedrock Edition is a 15% chance to spawn, meaning on Bedrock Edition, the Trident has a 1.275% chance to drop from drown. That is frankly a ridiculous number, and is almost never worth it. However, you can make a drown farm to get infinite Tridents and drowns, but building farms does take some dedication and a good chunk of resources. Tridents can also drop from vaults in the trial chamber, but this is a 2% chance, which again is very, very small. The third and final issue is its combat purpose. All of the Trident's enchantments, with the exception of Channeling, is pretty much built to serve as a primary underwater weapon. All in all, Tridents are a unique and overshadowed weapon that has tons of potential. The Trident is still a useful tool in getting around places, or being used in killing mechanisms in Bedrock mob farm. I don't think the Trident is terribly bad though, and the Trident has nailed some of the fundamentals down when making a new weapon, such as naming, modeling, bugs, and stats. I just think that as a weapon in the game with many other weapons, the Trident should just be more involved in the game and have more of a set purpose.